you know, checking out the fauna of bats and pigeons. And I walk up on this pack of chicks, and they're all wearing those little sundresses that they were waiting all season to wear, and they all had Uggs on. It's like 80 degrees and humid. So I came up with this little trick. You guys can totally borrow this. You know, I basically went down to, I got myself a Saint Bernard. You can get one at Zip Dog. You can rent them. I strapped a barrel of brandy around its neck, and I follow these girls around now. And I'm like, oh my God, because you can never be too prepared for the next ice age. So, and they call the police. But there's they're not the only ones with the footwear issue. Have you seen Mr. Crocs in suspenders? You probably know him. You know, he's like your accountant or your attorney or something. He's all suited up, but he decided that he had to wear Crocs to work instead. I'm not really sure what's going on there, you know, but I think he's it's like you're rocking a mullet, you know, business at the top, party at the toes. And he's like, I'm unpredictable and I love it. You know, he's like hanging out at his accounting firm with a client. He's like, you're going to want to deduct these expenses here, and it'll reduce your tax burden. Okay, thank you. Hand buzzer. Why are you doing this to me? You're my accountant. Should have paid attention to the Crocs. So has anyone ever noticed that the Planters peanut guy is naked and no one's offended by his nuts? Meanwhile, I get on the subway and flash someone for 2 seconds, and I'm like, bird! I don't really do that. I don't understand how anyone can do that, you know? I don't know. How do you get on the subway and expose yourself to people? It's sick. Fucking pervert. So, no one really wants to see that, right? And we're always looking up. We're looking at the ads. We're looking at poetry in motion. You know, we love poetry in motion, but we're all thinking the same thing. This is so much better than looking at that dude flashing me. Right? It's like, don't look. Oh, Zoe is teaching a course on English. Wow, and that before and after of that fat Kazakh horn Dr. Zizmor's ad is very compelling. I think I will call him to see if he can laser away the memory of this violating train ride. Oh, there's a train directly behind this one. I will get off now. Has anyone actually ever gotten off because there's a train directly behind this one? No one? Such New Yorkers, you're so hardcore. That's the classic blunder. Let me tell you a little secret about that. The train is always directly behind this one, because if it's not, it's derailed. And if you fall for that, you know, there's 2 classic blunders. The most famous one is never start a land war in Asia. And the second is don't match wits with the wily train conductors. So when you're standing on the platform waiting 10 minutes, you should know. It's my little tip. So I went out to this restaurant a couple of nights ago, and I was drinking a lot, and I had to really go to the bathroom. Had to, as they say, pee as a race, like a racehorse. Is that how it goes? Yeah, I've never actually been to the track. I don't know how that goes down, but nonetheless, I really had to go. So I make my way over to the bathroom, and they had the unisex stall situation going on, and they're both occupied. And I'm trying to figure out, what is it about this setup that you end up waiting forever for 2 people who decided, right then and there in the middle of dinner that they have to take a shit at the same time? And I'm trying to figure out, who does that? You just get up and go, excuse me, I've got to take a shit. And, it's synchronized. This happens to me all the time. You know, I kind of think it's like this crap cabal that is, monitoring the restaurant. They're, give each other the signal, and they're yes, he's making the move. That's right. He's had 5 shots and 6 drinks. That's right. Go. Send in the guys who had Indian food for lunch. See if you can get them on the wall. That's right. Send in the shitters. So, but the worst is, I go in right after a chick, and there's this, there's a fiction that, guys are like the animals here. But the reality is, I don't know what you ladies do in there, but it's some aftermath of the battle of pee and poop going on in there, But women are so zen-like about it. You kind of you squat down, but you kind of hover over the toilet. It's this yoga move, pee-pee squat down. But apparently you can go anywhere but right down the center. So, but I understand. Girls got a mom down there. You got to keep things organized. There's a juicy smorgasbord happening there. It's kind of like discharge. that was quite a discovery. I know, it's so clinical, right? You know, guys, do you know what that is? I know what you're thinking, but it's not, you know, what I thought it was too, you know, where you prematurely ejaculate, and then the pussy, like, suspends you and has a secure gunning badge. No. It's more like a vagilugi. It's a vagilugi. And, you know, I made this shocking discovery, you know, while I was with a woman. We were naked. We were doing some heavy petting. And I was like, who's the bad girl? Who's the bad girl? Rubbing her tummy. And then all of a sudden I heard this sound. It was like, and I was like, what the fuck was that? I lifted up the cover. She's like, oh, that was just my cookie. I'm like, is it supposed to do that? She's like, oh yeah, it's natural. It's just discharge. I'm like, well, it just knocked a loogie, and whatever it is burning a hole through it. And she's like, do you not want any? I'm like, no, I'm good. This is big, girl. So, on my way here, actually, I was trying to hail a cab on the avenue, and right across from me, on the other side, was this, like, really, really large woman. And she kind of gave me this look like, you know, will you, like, let me take the cab? And I was thinking, go fuck yourself. Right? Because what is it? It's taxi Darwinism, right? I mean, if you people aren't waiting for the, you know, train directly behind this one, then, you know, you could appreciate this. So, you know, we start hailing a cab all wildly, you know, like we're high-fiving cars in a marathon or something. And then finally, this, like, taxi comes down the avenue and stops right in the middle. And the guy looks over at her, and then he looks over at me, and he just kind of looks straight ahead and nods, and he's like, there can be only one. So I'm like, oh, it's on. I just start tearing down, like I just got the star in Super Mario Brothers. Like, Meanwhile, she's barreling down as well. Like, this is the final round of The Biggest Loser, and she wants to win. So somehow, we both dive into the car at the same time, and, you know, we just kind of like, you know, lock eyes for a moment, and we like share this look, and it's kind of like, you know, a la Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but uglier. Not me though. So we're just there, and we have this moment, and then I just kick the bitch to the curb, and I'm like, drive! And the guy peels out, and as she's tumbling back, I hear her scream, they're 8 months pregnant! And I'm like, I ain't even the baby daddy, so check your own cab. And then I said, Broadway and 78. Alright, I'm out.